Live Friday night, champs. We had our issues with the draw, but tonight we get to rectify that stalemate. Fuck it off. Tonight's the night we get to right the wrongs from that Anzac Day game, right?
Yeah, definitely going to be an exciting one today. Really keen to see how the boys get firing. Hopefully, not another slow start where we let. What are we doing here? Let's go,
Cheers,
champ.
man.
Let's
Cheers,
go,
man.
champ.
Whoa, champ.
Oh, hey, you want to cheers?
Fucking hell, mate.
Jeez.
Jesus.
I'm going to be nervy, huh? Let's go, champ.
Sorry, brother, as you were.
No, hopefully we just don't let Essendon to get off the same start as we did last week, but we'll see how we go.
Yeah, they fucking, as everyone has heard many times this week, Essendon jumped us at the start in the Anzac Day clash. They had 5 goals to none. They were getting free kicks like nothing outside of the centre bounce. Jake Stringer ran a mark. Zach Merritt was best on. So, lad, let's get straight in, guys. The pre-game show. We've got some juicy topics. We've put some work behind the scenes in for this one. So we're really looking forward to sharing the show with you guys. So we're going to get into it. But just quickly, we'll
do the format of the show. We'll do the format. So we'll do a pre-game show. This will probably run to about 7:20, roughly, depending.
Yeah.
And then we'll go away, 20-minute break, 15-minute break. We'll reassess, grab a tea, whatever. Then we'll get into the watch-along.
Yep.
So we'll be watching the game in its entirety. Then maybe have a 5-10 minute break from after that, and then we'll go straight into the post game where we'll have the fan cams and all that good stuff that we normally do in a post game show.
Hopefully we win.
Because last time, man, Gold Coast, there were some dark thoughts.
Some demons.
There were demons going on.
That's a pub. But okay, so just quickly want to say hello to some of the early risers in the stream. J-Boy, thanks for joining the chat. Manny, Stringer versus Quaynor will be interesting when he rolls forward. Kev, how are you, mate? KHS, hope you're well. Theo in Japan, stop rubbing it in. You're killing us. 32 degrees in Japan. That's crazy. Jeez. The champ is here. Steve Alpen, he was the one who won that game yesterday with the blood. He was clear of Chris Cassette. He was clear of JB.
The people's champ.
He's the man. We're going to keep it. I think I told you, we're going to keep a tally of it. So your win yesterday doesn't go unnoticed. I'm going to track that to the end of the year. Bradley Young, what's going on? Up the pies. Hey, how you going? All right, champ. Fuck, I'm excited. Let's get into it, brother. What have you got for us?
So, first topic for today, boys. What will break first is the topic. Collingwood's defense or Essendon's attack? All right, champ. So, we played Gold Coast last week. What did they do to us all the game?
They just kept us under the pump in their forward half.
Yeah, and a lot of repeat inside 50s, right? They were about 68, 69 from last week. Well, boys, do I have a stat for you? Essendon are currently 3rd in the season for inside 50s.
Yep.
Right? In the last 5 games, they are ranked the number 1 side. They're currently averaging 60 inside 50s a game.
The last 5 matches.
In the last 5 matches, right?
Crazy.
Good thing for us, boys and girls. Essendon are 17th for scores inside 50. So they're getting it in a lot. They're not converting. That's the silver lining.
Right.
But Gold Coast, like last week, they just put us under siege. Yeah. Right? They kept pumping the ball in there. We weren't able to transition the ball out.
No.
So today, obviously, no John Noble in the side. And to my surprise and your surprise, it seems like every time we say, hey, $1, this person's coming in. I said Nathan Kruger's coming in, $1 against Western Bulldogs. What happened, champs? Plays in the VFL, slots 3 goals, gets in next week. Harry Dimatia, we said during the week, $1 comes in. What happens? They say, hey, fuck Pies footy. We'll just get all these predictions wrong.
Yep.
So, obviously, not in the side. Ned Long has come in, made his debut. Got to play in the midfield role. So, what are we going to do with a side that is currently 1st in the last 5 games for inside 50s? How the fuck are we going to transition the ball?
Well, I just want to add to that, champs. Gold Coast were a similar team in the sense that they get a bunch of inside 50s, but they don't score very well. They're bottom 4 as well. So what I'm hoping is we don't fucking play this side into form with their dominance when it comes to inside 50s, because Gold Coast were a similar stature and they ended up scoring 50% of the time when they went in at D50 with all those inside 50s. So what do you think? How do you fix it?
Well, we're going to need movement. And we're going to need a ball user to get back there in the half back line and burst some lines, all right? Oleg Markov, probably not the man for today, but he's got some big shoes to fill because he's going to be asked to play a little bit of a rebounding role. And we'll get into that a little bit later on what is Markov's pass mark. What our prediction is Jack Crisp to go and roll off the halfback, limit his minutes into the midfield because we've got a big body in there as Ned Long, nice physical 6'3" player that's going to be able to do a job, potentially even on stringer, champ.
Maybe so.
Nice big body mid. So he'll come in, do a role there, probably pushes Jack Crisp onto the half-back line to provide us with some rebounding scores for the day.
Yep, I agree. And we look at with the tall side we've gone in with defensively, you have Charlie Dean, Billy Frampton, Darcy Moore, Jeremy Howe, Brayden Maynard, who's got to finish the starting line, which is a positive.
Yep.
With all that in consideration, we're going to have to throw in a Jack Crisp in there without Noble. We didn't bring in TJ. We didn't bring in Harry DiMattia. Jack Crisp seems like the obvious person to fill that gap. Like Caleb said, Ned Long is in, so maybe if he starts, he'll have a pretty important role, run with the Jake Stringer. In saying that, with all these midfielders coming back into play, maybe Jack Crisp can find himself a home where he rotates between the middle and the back line. Talk about the tall situation in the back line, because if you ask me, brother, I feel like we've got too many talls in there. And I don't see a world where we start with all of those blokes listed in the back line to start the game.
Yeah, well, we've obviously got a tall back line. We've got Charlie Dean, we've got Darcy Moore and Frampton all in the back line, and Howe as well. So, look, my prediction is maybe one of them to roll into the forward line, potentially from the start.
Billy Frampton, brother.
If Billy Frampton rolls into the forward line, boys, you know what my stance is with him in the forward line. And recently, he hasn't been too big and good in the back line either. But if he rolls into the forward line, Manny, do me a favor, pick up that glass from at the pub and fucking yeet it at the TV, I reckon. What do you
scream at fly through the TV?
Straight through
that glass. Yeah. Well, so basically, with Essendon being quite tall, I mean, they've got Peter Wright, they've got Nate Caddy playing his first game, who's a key tall who came out of the draft in the top 10, and then you got Kyle Langford as well. So sounds like we'd like to keep Billy Frampton in the back line.
Yeah.
Does that mean Jeremy Howe gets to start in the forward line as opposed to rolling through at halftime?
Time will tell. Time will tell.
We haven't got these right all the time, so
no,
we can't.
We might have to stay away from the predictions. You probably end up starting in the half-back line.
Yeah.
Knowing, because some resistance to change, right? We thought after the North Melbourne game, after Frampton was able to swing back and do a job on Larky somewhat, we thought the next week he would then start in the back line, but he didn't, did he? He started forward.
Yeah.
Went forward, did fuck all. So, yeah, we'll see. If Benny passing goes, if Billy is in the forward line, Caleb will drag him back to the defense himself. I'll pull him by the ear, champ. I'll pull him by the ear.
There we go. So that's Caleb's insight initially regarding Essendon's ability to get the ball inside 50, but their struggles to convert. Conversely, brother, what do we know about Collingwood going the other way when we do go the other way?
Yeah, the good thing for Collingwood is, look, our rebounding scores are down. Yep. We know this. But the good thing is, once we get it inside 50, right, we are third for scores inside 50, which is good. So once it gets in there, we're converting. That's great. All right. We're 11th overall for total inside 50s, just to give you a little bit of a benchmark from Essendon. Yeah. And I know which one I'd rather be. I'd rather be a team that doesn't get it in as frequently as Essendon, who are ranked number 1 in the last 5 games. Yeah. I'd rather be a side like Collingwood, like Joe just pops in, that are going to be able to score. So, yeah.
Yeah. And Joe, you definitely directed us the attention to look at this sort of territory dominance that Essendon have established but have struggled to convert from it. And like I said, conversely, Collingwood don't get a whole lot of inside 50s at the moment, but when they do go in, they're 1 in 4, which is elite, versus Essendon's 1 in 5 is bottom 4. So that's going to be the battle of the game from, I guess, a larger perspective.
Yep.
What else? So we've touched on the Frampton or Howe forward. Let's talk about, and Joe, I thank you for this, mate. Harrison Jones, playing as a winger last week, had 4 intercept marks, and he is close to 200 centimeters tall, who's typically played forward. That, to me, needs immediate attention in the sense that we will need Hoskin Elliott likely to play on the wing to match the tools, because that not only will they have Harrison Jones on the wing, they'll likely have Nick Cox on the wing on the other side at some point. So both of those blokes close to 200 centimeters. The last thing we want are those wingers sliding into their forward 50 or D50 and taking a nice aerial grab. So Hoskin Elliott, Mr. Fix-It, can play anywhere, can play forward, can play backline. I think today's job for Hoskin Elliott resides on the wing.
And what is your concern with if a Josh Dacos would be on him? Why are you saying Will Hoskin Elliott's got to go on him?
Just the height. I mean, I probably should have pointed that out, but Hoskin Elliott's obviously a bit taller than your Josh Dacoses, your Lipinskis, your Harvey Harrisons. And not only is Hoskin Elliott tall, he's also got great aerial capacity. And just on that, Chris, tell him what we were just listening to.
Huh? Bit of joking. He saw it on the story, champ. I posted that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought he was like manifesting something.
Yeah. One more thing, if you want to put up Joe's comments. If you guys haven't already, Anthony and I were guests on Fancast this weekend on Tuesday, and they've posted the video up. So if you haven't watched that, after the live stream, maybe tomorrow when you're having your coffee in the morning, go across. We have some good conversations, talk about umpiring, general AFL as well, and check them out. Great blokes.
Yeah. Fancast. Unreal. Okay. So that's that. So that's the Will Hoskin Elliott versus Harrison Jones. We've already touched on this. Here we go. AFL Insight. Welcome, mate. Pies will get the job done tonight. Bombers have the smell of pretenders all over them. Darcy Moore to have a huge game after all the noise this week. Good luck. Go Pies. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it, guys. And I really liked your Carlton versus Collingwood video. Going back to I've got to show you this video after the stream.
Yeah.
He highlights the Scott Pendlebury's IQ in the last quarter where we made top 4 and eliminated Carlton from the top 8. So that was a really good one. Melissa, how you going? We can't let Bombers kick 5 goals start the game. No. But now we're going to move to a segment that we've put some time into today, and we're really looking forward to share it with you guys. And I do thank Pommy for giving us this idea. We're going to talk score sources from the last 5 matches. So what's obvious in these pictures is obviously the green is where we're scoring quite well from. So we can highlight Collingwood's ability to score within the forward half and within turnover has been a highlight of our game for the entirety of the season, really. And then where the trade-off has occurred is in our ability to score from defensive half. Obviously, you can see we're ranked 10th in the last 5 matches for scores from defensive half, being that 34.2, and our differential is another relative reference to how we perform against the other teams. So that's another stat, I guess, where I've been harping on and hoping we can take advantage of. And if you look at Essendon's defensive half defense, being able to defend scores from transition, they currently concede 38 points from defensive half, which has them ranked 13th in the league, and the differential is a goal, give or take, from defensive half in favour of the opposition. So while we are slowly improving on defensive half, I'm hoping we can expose Essendon's inability to defend the ball movement and then just continue to, I guess, narrow in on our forward half and turnover work.
Yeah, exactly right. And something to note that a little bit earlier on, our centre bounces were actually really quite high right in that ranking.
We were, and then obviously things have changed.
Yeah, and we're starting to slide. So just for comparison, for our season, we are currently scoring 10.9 points for the season per game off centre bounces, and that's starting to slide. So very early on, that was kind of we're winning a lot of dominance, and that's starting to slide. And in particularly the last 5 games, we've absolutely dropped. Haven't we?
Who was missing?
We had some big outs. We had some big outs.
So hopefully that with the Pendleburys and the Goeys back in the midfield, hopefully we can see our centre bounce form return. And then I just forgot to mention which Digsby's highlighted. Essendon are also quite poor when it comes to defending the turnover, whereas we're 5th in the league. Guys, you look at Essendon right now, we're seeing a lot of yellows and a lot of reds. Almost a 50-50 split, maybe 60-40 in the favour of the yellows. Collingwood, not so bad statistically. So you look at the numbers and you go, well, fuck, we got players back and we need a big response. There's I guess some solace in those stats, right?
Yeah, there is silver lining in there, isn't there? Once the ball is in our forward half, we should be able to do the job to trap it in there.
Yeah.
So something that we saw against Melbourne was really good. We were able to get guys like Steele Sidebottom taking intercept marks from just setting up well in the setting up the wall, so to say. And then we're able to rebound the ball and get back in and get repeat entries.
Yeah.
Which we're quite efficient in.
Yeah. All right. So we'll keep that up for a bit, guys, for your reference while we continue on to the next topic. But I did some research, Joe, if you're still in the chat, about Peter Wright and his struggles. And yes, he's been dropping some marks and probably doesn't have the same presence that he had last year. But I think a few things have changed. Just looking at his last 5 games, he's kicked 5 goals in his last 5 games. He's averaging 1.5 goals for the season. Relative to last year, he was averaging 2 goals per game. However, he is playing higher up the ground, along with rucking as well. He's averaging a career high in centre bounce attendances, being 10%. And he's having a career high in kicks going inside 50s and a career high in disposals. So to me, without watching a whole lot of Essendon, I'll be honest, that to me suggests that Peter Wright is playing a different role where he's being played up higher on the ground and maybe having Kyle Langford, Jake Stringer, Harrison Jones at times, Nate Caddy probably today. It seems like he's playing a high centre half forward role traditionally. So, do you have anything to add to that, Champs?
No, it's sometimes you don't really notice, at 10% centre bounce attendances, that can swing your game as well. And to lift in other areas isn't too bad. So we'll see how it goes today. Yeah. And it'll be good for us when he's in the centre bounce attendance. He probably won't be as dominant.
No.
So big ups for us.
And I think with Todd Goldstein out, so Sam Draper will be their main ruckman. Peter Wright will probably play the second tall ruckman. Brother, if you can go to Geelong and Essendon's last game, can you tell me what percentage centre bounce Peter Wright has had? Because that's his average for the year. I'd like to know in his last few games where he's been centre bounce wise. So in the meanwhile, hey guys, how do you think Collingwood will go tonight and Darcy will go tonight? Chris, just keep listening and have a look at some of these pictures here, and hopefully we can make a bit of a narrative out of this. But we're hoping for Collingwood to continue to build on the scores from turnover, forward half ability to score, and then trying to take advantage of Essendon, who are poor at defending defensive half transition, while we're trying to get better at that. So what's his centre bounce there? 0. Peter Wright, where is he?
Right down here, champ. 2 metre Peter.
Well, fuck it up because that's going to change because Todd Goldstein and Sam Draper won't be in the same team this weekend. What did Chubby Joe say? That is correct, Anthony. We haven't had Draper playing for a few weeks before, a couple of weeks ago. So he's been our second ruck. Okay, so if you go back a couple of weeks when Draper wasn't playing, what does it look like there? McDonald signed. He signed on for Sydney. What a shame. Oh well. Doesn't have the clutch gene in him, brother. Missed that shot after siren.
We didn't really want to. It's like one of those times when you break up with girlfriend. It's real sad, and one of your mates go, "Oh, I don't even like her anyway." This is the situation right now. We wanted Logan McDonald, don't get him. Didn't even want him anyway. Yeah,
exactly. Yassel Mikali, how are you, mate? Yassel fellas, Pies by 21. I hope so. Maybe 30 points, ideally. Okay. So while Caleb pops that up, let's just address some comments here. I'm glad we didn't sign McDonald. Now we can go after another good defender in Barrass and Battle. You'd have to say right now, Tom Barrass and Josh Battle would be at the top of our, wish list after the fact that Logan McDonald has signed on.
Yeah, so a few weeks ago, Carlton, Essendon, Peter Wright, 11% centre bounce attendances. So it's about on par with his career high that you're mentioning, champs.
And he'll probably do a bit of stoppage work as well anyways, which the CBAs don't really account for. So, Steve, sorry, mate. So I've seen that comment a couple of times. What's the pass mark for Long, lads, if he's not the sub? So if he's not the sub and he's starting, brother, are you looking at numbers? Are you looking at Ned doing his role, which you hinted might be the Dex Stringer talk? Or
look, I think today, big body... Jack Chris, as we alluded to at the start, if you weren't in here, we are predicting he's probably going to roll through the half back line. So that probably means Ned Long, obviously big 6'3", 6'4" midfielder, will come in. He's nice and physical, loves the tackle, boys. So he'll come in, do a job. And I think his pass mark is honestly what he does to limit Stringer when he's in there.
Just the run with us.
Just to run with a little bit of tag roll, kind of like Bo on LDU a couple of weeks ago in North. I think that's his pass mark. As long as he goes in, competes hard, I think that'll be the pass mark.
Yeah, so the run with, and what you can expect from Ned Long, what I can tell you is you can expect a tackling machine.
Yeah.
Big-bodied, big fucking muscles, big boy. and also knows where the goals are.
I
Can
was gonna
score at
say.
VFL level.
Loves the snag.
Loves the
Loves
snag.
the snag. Loves sneaking forward and getting a bit of goal. Runs. Even if he's in the midfield, he'll run through and make his run. Kind of like Nick Dacos, not as quick, but he'll at least get into there in the forward line and be able to score off that. So
Yeah.
be interesting to see how he goes today.
Yeah, stat pattern Zach can run with Zach. I don't think so. I think Zach will be way too fast in transition for Zach for Ned Long. But Jake Stringer and Ned Long seems more reasonable. Yeah, Ned pass mark is the tackle because we know he's a tackling machine. Dyson Heppel is managed. Any clue why Bombers are doing that? He's old. He's old and he's nearly washed. Nearly washed. Okay, brother, I might have it at this one.
Yeah.
Darcy Moore. Okay, obviously the flavor of the conversation of the week. Let's just get this up for a second.
Let me get a sip of
Yeah.
sip of water, champ, because it's going to be a big one, isn't
Get
it?
ready for this.
Let's go, champ.
Ready, champ?
Yeah.
Darcy Moore. We know what we've been saying about him, but let's bring some things to light. The positive. His best game of the year was against Essendon. He had 23 touches, 5 intercept marks, and the 4 coaches' votes in that draw. Okay. 12 times in 2023, he had 4 intercept marks or more. Did you get that one, brother?
Mm.
Okay. This year, he's only had 4 intercept marks or more twice. Twice this year. So let me read that out.
Repeat it.
I'll repeat it for those who didn't catch me. In 2023, Darcy Moore had 4 intercept marks or more, right? 12 times, right? In 2023.
Yep.
Yep. In 2024, he's only done that twice.
What is he doing, champ?
Got it?
Got it. Digested the information. So 12 times in 2023, he had over 4 intercept marks per game.
You tell him.
This season, Skatar.
Skatar. Which means?
Shit.
Shit.
Only 2.
Only 2. So hopefully he can get 4 intercept marks or more tonight, which would be a part of his pass mark.
Yeah.
My other one, which stats don't register, I want him just to hold it, just be in good position. When the ball is coming in with speed, I want him to be in the right position at the right time. And I know it's a difficult ask, given how he's been positioning-wise. Craig McRae mentioned one of the things he hasn't loved about Darcy's season is his positioning or poor positioning, right? So can he fix that? Or can he tick a box, a small box? Yeah, put a blanket over that fire. Yeah?
Yeah, we're going to need him today. A little bit of composure, I reckon, as well, in terms of not just pumping that handball too quickly, or also he's going to have to slice open the game today without the runners in there, without the rebounding balls. He is tall, but he got a bit of weird kick himself, but he can break the game open with his kicks. So something today we need to see from him is just take the game on, be able to judge the ball, intercept mark, and 4 intercept marks today for him as a pass mark. What are some other stats you want to see from him?
So we said intercept marks. We said just passing the eye test when it comes to positioning. Rebound 50s will probably go hand in hand with the intercept marks is the obvious one. Do you want to add to that?
Like I'd add, Darcy Moore today. I think a 15 disposal game.
Yeah. And that will come with intercept marks, right?
Yeah,
as well.
15 disposals, maybe some score involvements in there.
Yeah.
We want him to take on the game. Let's try aim for 3 score involvements today,
That's
I reckon.
fine. That's fine. Speaking of scoring involvements, brother, I want us to talk about next the mustache.
The man.
How
One of
about
these
it,
ones, champ.
The man who celebrates goals when he doesn't even touch the ball.
Yeah, well, Markov today is going to have to come in. We didn't bring in a rebounding backman in Harry Dimitia, who we thought, $1 to come in. Didn't come in. Jack Chris, we're predicting to come in and roll back.
Yep.
What if he doesn't, champ? It's going to go onto the shoulders of Markov. Regardless, even Jack Chris does roll back there, he needs a dance partner. He needs someone to rebound the footy. So Markov is going to be that person. Last year, Markov was averaging 3 score involvements per game. This year, champs, half it, 1.5. All right? Isn't indicating the eye test as well isn't indicating he's launching the ball as much. We're not really seeing that athletic, run with the ball like we saw last year. You know what I mean? One thing as well, champs.
What have you got for me? I heard this is a juicy one.
His intercept marks.
Okay.
Boys, guess how many intercept marks this man is averaging at the moment? It doesn't fucking matter because he's only taken one intercept mark all year.
Oh, what was that?
One intercept mark all year.
Who?
Markov.
What, one per game?
I thought he was only taking one champ. One per game.
No, you're right. I was just...
You're stitching me up here.
No, I wasn't.
No. You I thought I franked it for a second.
You're right. I was just making you say it again.
No. So, boys, no point of averages. Only one intercept mark for the whole year.
Exactly.
So,
versus
last year, he was averaging nearly one a game. So, that is a fall from grace.
Run it back for me again. I didn't quite catch that.
You didn't catch it.
Let me hear it again.
The bloke's Qatar. All right, he's shit. All right, he is currently only taken one intercept mark this year, whereas last year he was averaging nearly one a game. His average score involvements has gone from 3 per game to 1.5. It's halved. All right, no good, champs. What can we expect today? Well, for him, we're going to need that score involvement to lift and provide rebounding run. Because without John Noble on the side, we need someone to rebound the footy, especially Essendon, who are the number one inside 50 team at the moment with 60 per game.
Yep. Okay. So I'm with you. So fuck off. Intercept marks are one thing, right? But his role tonight, let's just narrow it down, is purely to move that ball, right?
Yeah.
And get involved with score involvements. 3 to 4 scoring involvements per game is above average for a halfback flanker for reference, guys. 1.5 doesn't cut the mustard in a premiership caliber team, right?
Yeah.
So that's what we expect from Oleg Markov. And while we're here, if you guys missed it, have a look at some of the stats from when it comes to score sources for both the Bombers and Collingwood. What are some things that we have mentioned already, which we can quickly touch on, is our turnover game and our forward half game is good. Essendon aren't great at defending the turnover, but they're also not great at defending defensive half transition, which is something Collingwood have been needing to work on, have ticked a few boxes recently. This is something we can really, keep an eye on for this game.
Yeah.
All right. The GOAT. On to the GOAT. So let's talk about Geordie. In his first 4 games, we know what happened. He was well off the mark along with a bunch of other players in the team, right? But just stats. His first 4 games, he was averaging 18 disposals, 8 contested possessions, 5.7 ground ball gets, 0.2 goals per game, which is 1 goal in 4 games, and 2 tackles per game, and 0 coaches' votes. In his most recent last 5 games, he's averaging 26 disposals, 10 contested possessions, 1 goal per game, 1 goal assist per game, and 5 tackles per game, and 21 coaches' votes, which also includes a best on ground performance versus Hawthorn. What I like about this is these numbers have gone up in spite of the Goey playing a lot in the forward line.
It's good signs. Good signs. And how good did the guy look last year bursting out of the pack?
Yeah, unreal. Pommy, like I said, this was all you, mate. So we appreciate it. It obviously paints a great picture, a larger picture for people who want to know more about the game. So big ups to Pommy, guys. I'm just going to quickly put his. I know Pommy is a Collingwood Carlton supporter, but he's quite level-headed and quite objective when he needs to be. I do want to share his channel because this idea came from the Pom Dog. Let me just share his most recent video, which is if you guys want to know what's happening between Carlton and GWS, then seek no further. This is the video you guys should watch if you want to know a little bit more about that game. It's kind of relevant because Carlton are within the top 4, so their results do matter to Collingwood right about now.
He's got that English charm, doesn't he?
He's got that English
charm. You gotta love it.
Handsome English man with good banter.
Handsome?
Banter.
Handsome.
Huh?
Did you call him handsome?
Handsome, yeah. Handsome man.
Interesting.
Not as handsome as us, though, brother. But
he's a good lad.
He's Carlton handsome. We're Collingwood handsome. You know what I mean?
That's true. Very true.
All right. Hey, Pommy, you got the warm, fuzzy feeling about the Blues. There we go. Mix all over it. Brilliant. Yeah. Okay, moving back. So that's 30 minutes of bang, bang, bang when it comes to topics. What else can we talk about, brother? Because we've smashed that out, and that was an almighty effort. Maybe we can get some people involved in the chat. What are we saying in here?
Yeah, I'm just going to scroll through, see if the sub has been announced.
Oh, what time is it? The game start? Oh, probably won't be announced.
Probably
for
within
20
an
minutes.
hour, right?
Yeah, the hour mark.
Yeah.
Stav, how you going? Oh, Digsby, easy, brother. Let's be kind, yeah. Digsby's a frequent viewer of Pommy as well. I've noticed, so maybe it's just all friendly, all kind.
Champ, well, we talked about Markov before, and I said I want to see at least 3 to 4 score involvements.
Yeah.
Give me another stat line. Give me what else he needs to do to pass.
Leggy.
Yeah.
We're gonna need touches. He had 3 kicks last week.
Fuck all.
So, and we know he's not the best kick, but maybe we can double that. Let's get him to 8 kicks and see what he's about with ball in hand. I want to see 8 kicks.
8 kicks.
More.
I want
more.
10. I want at least 11, 12.
11 kicks.
Yeah.
Brother, do me a favor. Go to Oleg Markov, and I want you to check how many times he had more than 11 kicks in 2023.
Done.
All right. And we'll bring in Richards for Bo, be a great upgrade. Hey, you didn't hear it from me, but I do rate Joe Richards over Bo McCreary, and I think they can play a similar role to a certain extent. I think Joe Richards offers more offensively, but last time I said that, I got killed in the comment section in my video. So go here, and to make it even easier, brother, you go. You know where to go from there. Go match stats, and then
Hey, man.
my bad, champ.
Leave it to the coach.
2023.
Brother, you keep him entertained, all right?
Have you guys discussed if we try and put a tag on Merritt? I think maybe we can give Nick Dacos a bit of accountability when it goes the other way. Zach Merritt is a great player, right? And he does it going both ways, forward and backwards. If Nick Dacos wants to be a sustainable premium midfielder for the duration of his career, he needs to be able to run both ways. So maybe that's the look.
Yeah.
What was the last time the man had?
All right. So what was the statistic? Over 10?
So, yeah, how many times did he get 10 kicks last season?
Yeah, so Leggy last year, 2023, he got 5 games over 10 kicks. And I think that's what we need today. I think we need some running carry. He's quite explosive. Yeah. So, look, sometimes I'd rather take, if he's nice and athletic and able to break lines and the kicks don't go off, but at least it gets all down the line, I'll take that. Yeah. I'd rather take a stoppage up the field than being stuck in our defensive half all day. So let's just hope we can able to do that today. And another thing, if Essendon do get the ball and they trap the ball inside like they did last week, or Gold Coast did to us last week, I'd like us to slice the game open, not leave it late. So in the first, second, and halfway through the third quarter, we just went long down the line, especially in that second quarter. Went into our shell, just, got stuck. Collins was intercepting the ball. Mark Andrews was intercepting the ball. What we need to do today is what Maynard did perfectly last week, was just take the game on, hit the ball into the center. We're able to score off that. Scott Pendlebury ended up scoring that really, really nice goal from just taking the game on and looking inboard. So that's what I want to see today from Collingwood from the get-go. Not when we're, 30 points down and we're up against it. We need to do that from the start.
Yep, 100%. Just out of curiosity, those games where he had 10 kicks or more, what were his score involvements in those games for Leggy?
Yep. Let me scroll across, champ.
Who do you think will play on Stringer tonight, and who do you think Darcy will play on tonight? I think Stringer, if he rolls forward, will be a job between Isaac Claynor and Charlie Dean. Maybe even Brazzy Maynard, depends. We have the luxury of those medium-sized defenders to do that job. I'm not so stressed about that. In the midfield, it'll be like a Ned Long. Maybe Pendlebury sort of touches him up. The Goey as well is obviously a big one. How do you go?
Yeah, so Markov,
really good,
score involvements in games, he had 10 plus kicks. He was 5 for scoring 5, 2, 9, 3, 5. So pretty good, especially that 9 score involvement game. So that's what I'm saying. If he can get his kicks up today, which we need from him with the likes of Noble out, we can expect score involvements in return, which is what we need for someone who's going to have to be rebounding back today.
Yeah. So it must be said, the preface is, yes, we want more kicks from him, but ultimately the kicks have to be good kicks, because otherwise they turn to shit, to turnover. And secondly, we're not going to fucking kick the ball to the man after he fucks it up once or twice, right?
Yeah, exactly right. And look, the kick doesn't have to be completely effective, right? Joe Richards last week comes in, 6 disposal boys, 5 score involvements, 1 goal assist. One of those score involvements is he gets the ball on the wing, He kicks it to Nathan Kruger, contested into the forward line on the half-forward flank. Kruger taps the ball down. Someone was there to crumb it. We flick the ball out. We score.
Yeah.
Right? So that's what we mean by score involvements. And like, okay, that's not a 100% efficient kick, but he's breaking lines and getting the ball forward to our key forwards. And that's what we want to see from Markov today.
100%. Stav, we said before, Ned Long, we just want him to see him compete hard, tackles, maybe sneak a snag because he's been able to do that at VFL level and maybe has that assignment of a Jake Stringer when he rolls through the midfield. That's if he starts, of course.
Yeah. And it'll be interesting with Ned Long how much minutes he's going to play in the centre bounce and in the middle as well.
Yeah.
You know, Sullivan, when he was in, started off around the 30% and then started dwindling away around that 20%. So his average, last time I checked, was around that 26 mark for centre bounce attendances. So Ned Long, we'll see today what he provides with us. Like if we get a lot of midfield minutes, we know he can score as a midfielder in the forward line if he has to. But I reckon today he might have to have a tagging role, 6'3", similar size to Stringer, see how he goes. And if he's able to limit and give us some defensive pressure in there while scoring one goal, I think that'll be a really good return on investment.
Yep. Spot on. Dacos getting 32 plus disposals. Hopefully he gets his usual 30 and 1. We love that. We would love that from the man. He's given us nothing less. He's been unreal. Gamer boy, how you going? We're good. We're good. Thanks for joining us.
If I do have one prediction today, boys, which is a lock. It's a lock. It's happening. Brody Myercheck, Checkers, the one and only. These ones. Two big ones, minimum. Two goals.
2 big quads?
2 goals, mate.
2 big quads, 2 big goals.
Exactly right. 2 big pipes. Lock it in, boys.
He's got the biggest quads in the AFL, doesn't he? Or the most aesthetic quads in the AFL. Yeah. So I reckon Collingwood could make a case for the perfect the perfect
You want to do like a Transformer Frankenstein build
like a Exodia, the 5 pieces of Exodia.
Well, we could go even historical. We could get Chris Tarrant's pipes in there.
But if we want to go, brother.
But no, don't worry. If we go current players, we could have a Pendles
for the arms.
We'll have IQ for the abs.
Yep, love that.
Quads, Myercheck
lock.
Who's got big calves, brother?
Ned Long's got some fucking big calves.
He's got some calves?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. What is this discussion?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Who's got the face?
I'd probably go with Geordie.
I thought you probably say like a Lipper or something.
Oh, Lipper's safe though.
Yeah, that is safe. Anyway, fuck it off.
Hill kicking 3, hopefully.
Yeah.
He's just been missing a little bit in front of goal, so he's definitely finding the goals, just not finding the middle of them, isn't he?
Yes, having his opportunities.
Yeah,
right. So
more shots per game this year versus last year, but still averaging the same amount of goals per game. Grealish, Jack Grealish has got massive calves.
Yeah.
Plays for Man City in the EPL. A question for Champ. Well, we're both champs, but I know where we're going with this. When did you get that haircut? I got it on Tuesday. I figured I had to get rid of the mullet. It was time to move on and grow up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
40 hits. Oh, thanks, Neil. Thanks. Rub it in some more. 40 degrees. To be honest, brother, I don't want to be in 40-degree heat in Japan, do I?
I'm starting to think, Theo, I reckon he's just trolling us. I reckon he's sitting back, kicking back in fucking Warrnambool or something.
Yeah, it's freezing wherever he is.
Yeah, exactly. He's talking to his ass, mate.
Dude, I think you're lying. I think you're full of it. Caleb's onto you. I think you're full of it. You say
how long have you been in bloody Japan for?
Like 72 months. Man.
Yeah, I know, man.
Too long.
Cheers.
Prefer the male. Don't say that, sport fan.
Wow.
Anyways, moving on. I'm predicting Kruger to inflict some hurt with his aggression tonight and kick 3 goals. Would love that. What's the pass mark for Kruger, brother? Let's talk about that.
Pass mark for Kruger. Let me just actually look up what his stats were for last week.
I want you to do it off
do it off the top of the dome. Well, I'd like to see him today. 2 tackles inside 50.
Love that.
We need that pressure in there, and that will keep his average above 2. So currently averaging 2 tackles inside 50. 2.5 is what he was averaging a few weeks ago. Very small sample size.
Yep.
Makes him number 1 for key forwards in the AFL. Right? So 2 tackles, continue that nice pressure and lock the ball in. And I want to see from him today. Pass mark would be 2 goals, I think.
Pass mark, 2 goals.
Look, what I reckon, if I'm being completely honest, 1 goal would be a pass mark. I'd be happy with 1 goal.
Just depends if he ticks other boxes.
But I want to, depends how he ticks the other boxes. But I at least want to see 1 goal, and we'll see what his centre bounce attendances are like today. He's winning 1 every 4 taps, not to advantage, just winning 1 out of 4. For comparison, when Darcy Cameron's in there, he's winning about 40 to 46% of his hits, and Coxie is 1 every 2. So every second bounce, Coxie is winning the ball. So that shows our dominance of our rucks, surprisingly, this year. So if Krug's going there, I know he's not going to win that many, but just to compete a little bit more and see how his fitness goes. I think last week, especially in that 4th quarter, champ, he was blowing. Really, really blowing. And Fly talked about in that Western Bulldogs game, that's why he wasn't selected, was his fitness. So hopefully, fitness you can always work on, and playing AFL, his fitness is going to naturally grow. So we'll see how he goes today with his centre bounce attendances. And yes, you're exactly right, Benny. No NPC control moments, all right?
Hopefully not. Ken says, if we don't have at least a 10-player goal spread, we don't win. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Probably. That's a fair call. I mean, any team
maybe
will
not
take
10, but we want an even spread.
Yeah.
We want an even spread.
I'm hoping that Jamie Elliott can score 2 or 3 goals because he's been quiet for the past few years. Jamie Elliott has been quiet, but he's also been on the sidelines for quite a while. So Gamer Boy, he's back soon. He's just not back tonight, unfortunately. His 4th game back. Hopefully his match fitness continues to improve for Mr. Nathan Kruger.
Yeah.
Hopefully so. Is there any more players you think you can bring into the side that's not in the team right now?
Well, I think the biggest and obvious one is Harry Di Matteo.
Yep.
With the lack of John Noble out due to concussion.
Yep.
We do not have a rebounding halfback. So he would have been the obvious in.
Or could be an in potentially moving forward, hopefully.
Yeah. And see what he has. I think
Mitchell.
To bring into the side as in potential from VFL level, because that's what I'm looking, or just in general.
Sport fan, maybe clarify. What do you suggest? Are you asking? Are you wanting us to tell you who we think we could bring in further down the line, or tonight, or from VFL, or what are you thinking?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, boys, we've tried so many VFL players this year, which has been good to see because
some have worked.
Some has worked. We wanted to have a Joe Richards, who we're really all about at the moment, all aboard the train. Reef McInnes as well. Harvey Harrison's been really good, and even Krug to an extent. Right,
we've done well in the VFL.
Yeah, and did anyone in the chat see McStay moving around and cutting about at training this week on the Collingwood Instagram page, taking speckers and everything? Oh, it's good to see.
Here we go, Mick with his hot take of the evening. Frampton to have a solid shift down back, and Anthony makes a formal apology. If Billy Frampton gets 3 intercept marks or more,
Ghost Pepper,
I'll have a teaspoon of Tabasco sauce.
No, fuck that. I put my body on the line for 2 bloody Ghost
But
Peppers.
3 intercept marks, man. The man's had fucking 6 in this season in 1 game. 3's apart is good.
I don't know.
But there might be a couple dumb kicks and we're laughing.
Cinema challenge or something, man.
We'll let the chat figure it out.
We'll figure out a punishment for 3 intercept marks. Obviously, it's not the most outrageous, but I did say Frampton 2 goals against North.
And that didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
That was a big ask. Bro, he's kicked 1 goal since he's been in the forward line.
Cry me a river, man. Cry me a river.
I think Mr. Madison might be. Do you want to keep the lads occupied?
Shave the mustache. Oh, champ. Benny Parsons.
Not fucking shaving mustache. No one will want to watch us anymore.
And maybe make it a little bit shorter. Get your questions in. If you guys want anything else for us to answer, I think Ed Allen, we've tried. Probably doesn't give us too much. He could actually come in today. It would have been good to see a matchup with Harrison Jones because they are both taller wingers. That could have been a potential outcome as well. Not the case. Probably don't believe we need him, but not too bad. Stealth Ninja, how was my day? It was good, mate. It wasn't too bad. Just had work. Got free sushi at work. Can't complain on a Friday. And, get to do this now. Not too bad. Got a few Vs lined up to keep us nice and fresh for the post-game show. So I'll give a little bit of a rundown again. So we're currently in the pre-game show. This will probably go for another 40 minutes. And then we'll have a 10, 15-minute break. We'll go away, get we'll have a coffees, have a tea, whatever. Come back. We'll do the watch along. Feel free, whatever you're feeling in the game, just comment and tell us and get your thoughts and opinions, whatever. Once the game finishes, we will then do the post-game show. We'll probably have another 5 to 10-minute break because it is going to be a little bit late. Then we will go to the post-game show. Benny Parsons, get the fan cams ready. If anyone else wants to join, Mick, the music dude, come join fan cams and go from there. As my mum goes, he's not even in the room, mum, but happy birthday for yesterday. Turned a lovely 21 years old, as she'd want me to say. And go Pies, even though she's a Security supporter, but she's been converted to Collingwood. Let's go for some viewers that might not have been here from the start. We'll do a little bit of a recap on what we can expect to see today. So, what can we expect? The battle is going to be won in the midfield, quite obviously. We're going to have to lift and see how we can score. What we're going to see from Essendon is a lot of repeat inside 50s, a lot like Gold Coast. So, Essendon at the moment are third for the entire season for inside 50s, repeat entries. And in the last 5 games, they are number 1. So they've been averaging 60 inside 50s per game. For reference, Gold Coast last week, I believe we were in Gold Coast was 68 against us. So hopefully we don't see something like we did last week where there was a lot of repeat entries. And then we're going to see how, if that does happen, repeat the ball. Rebound the ball. Is it by way of switching or going central? We will have to see. With the likes of John Noble out, we're going to have to see guys like Markov, Quaynor as well, that we kind of haven't really talked about today, but he's going to have to lift as well, champ. What would you give Quaynor as the pass mark today?
I'm going to say, again, he's going to have to carry some burden of the load where he needs to move the ball. So score involvements would be good as well. If we can get 3 or 4 from him, a couple intercept marks would be handy. Do a job on Jake Stringer as he rolls through the forward line. Josh Dacos is doing a fitness test. That's huge. You see this one from Michelle?
Yeah, I did mention that.
Nice.
I wish her a nice little happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday, Michelle, for yesterday.
And you weren't in. Yeah.
Oh, that's it. Okay. Don't you guys go to the games? Well, no, we would, but we do this with you guys. We love doing this. However, in saying that, next week I will be going to the Geelong game, and Caitlin will be doing the pre-game show and some of the post-game show. I'll try and get back for that. I'm not sure. You're going to do the watch-along or you're just going to do the pre-game?
Well, we talked about it. I think I'll just do the pre and post game.
Yeah.
Because we want to leave the
Geelong
watch along for the big game.
Yeah.
So we'll probably give the Hawthorn and Geelong game a miss. Unless the fans want to see a watch along.
Yeah.
If the fans want to see a watch along, I'll do a watch along.
We'll do a poll during the week. We'll do a YouTube poll.
Yeah.
Like a yes or no.
But don't Donny me. Don't Frank me. Don't say, yeah, do the watch along and I'm there and there's no viewers. You know what I mean? I'd be beside myself. So
Wallace could have joined you boys. Wallace would have been a menace with Beanie and that.
Yeah, my beautiful, where is he? My beautiful Labrador.
The man.
Chalky boy.
Would have wreaked havoc. Again, guys, if you want to see some of the stats we put together regarding the last 5 matches when it comes to score sources, there it is. Harris needs a good game. He does, Steve. He's been a little bit quiet in the last couple weeks, but you get that with the younger players.
Yeah.
But now would be timely just to sort of have some sort of impact and establish himself. I reckon we'll go for another 10 minutes, guys. 10 minutes and then have a break, or what do you think? We'll see how we go.
We'll see how we go. We'll see how we go.
What else? What else do you guys want to hear? Tell us. Put something in the chat. Oh, here we go. Who do you think? What do you think of Kruger staying in the side over Reef not playing tonight? I would have thought Kruger. So I don't think Kruger and Reef are necessarily like for like. I think they're obviously different in ways they can impact the game. Reef is a bit faster, a little bit slender, whereas Kruger's a bit big-bodied and has that aerial capacity.
Yeah.
Who was it? Because we wanted Reef in, right? We wanted Reef in. Who did we want him in for? Can we see the team? Let's have a look at this. So in the forward line, I mean, Billy Frampton's there, Bobby Hill, Lockie Schultz. It's really hard to fit him in. It really is. As far as the forward line is concerned, it's quite difficult to fit in a Reef McInnes, no?
It would be.
Yeah.
It would be.
I don't know. Who do you... you can't take anyone out of the team for that.
Well, Billy Frampton could have come out.
If he plays forward.
If he plays forward, that
Yeah.
is. So, yeah, we'll see. I think Reef is a little bit hard done by to not be at least like a sub.
Yeah.
I think that would have been nice to see.
Yeah. It's just the question of who. But yeah, so Harvey Harrison could be a sub. I don't think Markov can be. He's going to be too important for the role that's going to be asked of him today. And then I think Ned Long could also be the sub. I think Harvey Harrison could be the sub and then let Ned Long start.
Yeah, I'd like to see Ned Long start, Harvey Harrison go,
Sub.
as a sub, and then he can provide a little spark when he comes on and does the job. Maybe Harris Jones, maybe just runs him off his feet. Ben, who do we think will be the second ruckman today? Well, there's two ways of looking at this. If Frampton starts in the forward line, it will be Frampton. He will be the second ruck for the day. Kruger will be a key forward.
Yeah.
What we're probably expecting is Kruger to come in and pinch hit.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm thinking. Krugs did play as a second ruckman last week, was a little bit tired towards the last 10, 15 minutes of the game, but we will see.
Yeah.
We will see.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be crazy if we saw Darcy Moore play forward? Because that's a possibility with the team that's listed.
Champ, I know you keep saying it, and I know some people say in the chat, Darcy Moore is not going to swing forward.
Well, I'm just saying, look at the way they've set up the team.
What do you want to put
I don't want to put a bet on it.
No, let's put a bet on it.
No, but
no risk for you. I will buy you a minimum 5 drinks tomorrow when we go out for a close mate's birthday. Minimum 5 drinks if he goes forward.
So you need to hear me out, though.
Huh?
Or you just want to...
Oh, go.
So we got Charlie Dean, Billy Frampton, Darcy Moore, and Jeremy Howe in the back line with Braden Maynard, right?
Yeah.
So logistically, you're either going to see a Jeremy Howe or Billy Frampton go forward. But I'm just saying that third consideration is Darcy Moore to play in the forward line.
And moving on, boys.
Fuck, he doesn't love it.
I don't love it.
Eating your words.
I don't love it.
In the crazy world, what if he is forward?
I don't love a Darcy Moore in the forward line.
He won't be.
I don't love it.
I'm just saying.
I love it if there's like fucking 2 minutes left of a game. We need to win. It's contested. Get the man forward. I love that. But I don't think throughout the game he provides too much for us defensively. Even if he's in a form slump, he is still providing a lot there.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Still getting 2.5 intercept marks, 8.9 spoils or 12 spoils. Can't remember off the top of my head. He still provides a lot. He still provides a lot of rebounding as well. So we'll see, champs. We'll see.
Yeah.
What's the spoils again? 8.9. My bad, champ.
Do you agree that Lipper? So no, yeah, we're best friends. We've known each other since primary school. Gamer boy. We're not brothers Digsby, but close enough, I guess.
Might as well be.
Do you agree that Lipper's had 2 no-shows in a row? I think Mick.
No, you go.
Yeah, I think Mick with Lipinski, and we've mentioned this with the winger role, the high half forward role, you can go unrecognized. In saying that, he's still doing okay statistically, but as far as the eyes are concerned, I'm not looking at Lipinski's game and saying, "Oh, geez, he's playing subpar." I've never said, "Fuck, Lipinski isn't playing well." Actually, I remember in the Gold Coast game, there was moments where Lipinski was really hard in the contest. I was like, "Oh wow, Lipinski's hard in the contest," whereas last season you wouldn't get that from him.
Yeah, so just to preference is we're looking for players in particular, and I'm looking for the last couple of weeks I've had Lipinski, right? Really trying to see what he does. And he's a player where he's a linker. He links to play when he's in half forward or when he pushes out into the wing. That being said, last week, 21 disposals, the 1 snag. The week before that, champ, against North, he had a quiet game, 14 disposals. And let me see if I had him in the Melbourne game. Let me see. You must have had him, champ. But he does rack up the touches, much like sometimes a Josh Dacos, where, they kind of go a little bit unnoticed. Dacos, you do notice because of the name, or that's at least me. I'm always looking out for him.
Champ, breaking news. We'll start with the bad. Sorry to cut you off. Josh Carmichael is retiring. And
No.
So Carmichael to retire, unfortunately.
Let me look that up.
Yep. And while Caleb's searching that up, we've also just heard that McStay will play a half against Geelong in the VFL next week. So that's
one thing, clip it, champ. What did we say? We said McStay, in particular you did, McStay to return through the VFL and play a half and manage his minutes.
Yeah.
We said that in the review, new show Tuesday nights. If you mute that, champ, does the mic still work?
Yeah, it does.
It does?
I'll just mute the KO anyway.
Okay. That being said, put that over top. About Carmichael as well, shocking news, isn't it? Once they go to that independent concussion board, boys, you might as well chalk it up. Undertake a WrestleMania streak. They're 2-0, the concussion board.
Yeah, Carmichael, Brayshaw, and O'Driscoll as well, who was a draftee for...
Talking more for Collingwood champs, but yeah.
Murphy as well, of course, yeah. So they're basically undefeated.
Yeah.
2022 was thinking Carmi and AJ were going to be stars. I think we all thought that. Carmichael came on like he was on fire. Indigestion, guys. But those chicken wings, they're sitting funny in my stomach, man. Those Woolies chicken wings. Fucking hell.
I just think, I don't know, champ. It could. You've always had that weird little thing going on
but
with
it's just the way the chicken's sitting.
But yeah, Mick, AJ, like, man, even going into this year, I thought he was going to be able to provide us Mr. Spark and fix it and what we can expect from a key forward. All the right things during preseason. It just didn't work out. I honestly do hope he finds some form, even if it is for Collingwood, VFL side, or another AFL club. Because he is entertaining.
Yes.
It is entertaining. So, unfortunate.
Unfortunate, it is. It will be one of the sad stories of the year when it comes to players who didn't come to fruition. So,
I'm not seeing any news reports.
Darcy, so Long is the sub. Ned Long as the sub.
Mm.
It probably would have just been literally reported on either KO or like the Channel 7 or something. So Ned Long sub, which means I think Geordie de Goey will have something to say about Jake String in the middle. Pendlebury as well, touch him up in the contest a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's that. That's that, brother. What else is going on, guys? Where are we watching the game? Are we watching it at home or we go into the game? We had a mate's place. What's the go for tonight? What are we thinking? Gamer boy and Digsby going at it. Digsby, leave my young king Gamer boy alone, okay?
Is that Jackson?
Nah,
or someone else?
Jackson, someone else.
Yeah.
John Ralph just broke it on Fox Footy along with the Carmichael news. Okay,
that's unfortunate.
Yeah, watching at home at 7. At 7, Manny at the pub. Watch the glasses, mate. Watch the pints. Make sure they don't hit any TVs unless Collingwood are shitting the bed.
And I do respect Manny being out and about and still tuning into Pies Footy. How good is that?
Yeah. So good. That's committed. So, Manny, you got AirPods in at the pub, or what's the setup there? I'm intrigued, fella. Is he with the lads and he's got one AirPod in and he's sort of somewhat listening to the lads, or what's the happen there?
Not too sure.
Or is he just sick of his family and just wants to watch it by himself?
Some solace in that. Yeah.
Ralphie never wrong, unfortunately. Gonna watch it at home. At home in the garage, Mikali having his darts and hopefully some popcorn chicken after the game.
Maybe some Muzo.
Some Varaki. The last couple of games I've watched at home, we've lost. So hopefully that trend doesn't continue. Correct. Our record together this year, it's like a couple draws.
2 draws.
A win and 2 losses or something. Yeah, Steve.
Yeah.
Ned Long is the sub. Yeah, we'll be watching it live. So we'll go live 10 minutes before the game starts.
Yeah, just to get in.
I put the sound up, but I know the girl behind the bar, you know. Some history there, Manny.
Yeah.
Ella, cigare.
All right, champ. Did you want to, we'll do this for another 5 minutes, you reckon?
Yeah.
And then we'll
have a break.
We'll have a break. It's going to be a long one. Buckle in. I think that was the issue last week and then the previous weeks. We didn't allow ourselves to have a little bit of break, did we?
Yeah, we got stifled.
Yeah.
The energy was zapped.
So keep bringing it in. Keep bringing it in. Bring some questions. If you've got any questions,
You can't
ask
sub.
us.
He'll be electric coming off the bench. Need to settle our backline for the run home. Can't afford to be swapping and changing players up forward. Fly will show the faith in the forwards. If one thing we know about Fly is he's quite faithful to the players that are already a part of the senior side. So we'll see how that goes. Shield is super cooked. He'll be starting. So that's it. Gamer Boy, we're going to stop in 5 minutes or less, and then we'll come back on. What time does the game start? 7:40. We'll come on at 7:30. So we'll have just over a half an hour break.
Champ, did we not have a segment regarding us having to start hot that we have not talked about?
Yeah. You want to talk about it?
No, you go, Champ.
Yeah.
You go, Champ.
So the other obvious thing we want going into this game is to start strong. We know we started slow against Essendon. We conceded the first 5 goals, and it was the same old story, the fucking uphill battle, trying to climb and claw back, and then we come back, and then our momentum swing was finished with, and then Essendon had a crack at us in the last quarter, and we salvaged a draw, right?
Yeah.
Not only against Essendon, we want to rectify that. We want to rectify all our previous other games where we start slow, or we just don't, I guess, put them away early. Like, let's see Collingwood have a fucking 5-goal quarter, a 5-goal to 1 quarter. I want to see that happen tonight. 5 goals for Collingwood and keep Essendon to 1 goal in one of the quarters. And I think that will go a long way in winning the game. I'd like to see that.
I want us today start off hot. Put the pressure, make the statement to the league that we're not slow starters.
Yeah,
all right? We're not sleeping. We're not going to fall behind. We are going to go out, hit it with pace, and get back at these Essendon dogs.
Yeah.
You know, if they can put 5 goals on us in 5 minutes, why can't we do it to them? Let's go out there today, make a statement, and get going. Get to business.
Up the players. Huh?
Boys, I reckon they need to get us into the pregame huddle. I reckon. G them up. Get some pre-workout as well.
Pre-workout, you reckon? Huh?
Bit of pre-workout, man.
Yeah, crazy.
Always works.
Crazy. I reckon it's going to be a similar game to the Carlton game. I get that energy as well. I think it'll be close, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Despite all our hopeful predictions, I think it could be very close once again. But what are you going to say,
Champ? Let's go. You want to do a score prediction?
Let's do it.
Let's do it, Champ. Collingwood today, with your Maya check 2 goals factored in there as a must. Gamble responsibly. Frank that.
Go on.
But boys, what do we need? I reckon we're going to come out firing. Still be a close game. Going to see how we win with the rebounding. That's going to be a must to today's win. I'm going to expect us to go. I'm going to go 15 points.
Collingwood win by 15 points. Yeah. Do we come from behind, or do we just hold a 2-goal margin for the whole game?
No, I reckon there's going to be peaks and troughs in the game.
Yeah.
There's going to be times where a team comes at us and they're going to have momentum.
Actually, you're wasting your breath. You know why? I've already seen the game. I already know
what happens. Here we go.
I already know what happens. Sorry to ruin it, guys, but this is what happens, right? Collingwood lead at the quarter by 6 points.
Yeah.
And then at halftime, they're going to lead by 2 goals. And then at 3/4 time, they're going to lead by 3. And then at the end of the game, Collingwood will win by 24 points.
24 points. So we got 15, 23 points. Heard it here
then.
first. 24. And off we go.
72.
72, huh?
All right, guys. We'll see you. Let's see. What time is it now? 6:50. We'll see you in 40 minutes. This is my math serves me correctly. Yeah? 40 minutes. Yeah.
40 minutes, 15 minutes.
I need a break. Break. We've been going hot. All right. See you guys soon. Bye. Go Pies.
Let's go, champ.